Welcome to English Every Day.
Hello and welcome. I'm so excited you're here with me today, and I can't wait to dive into something that has the power to completely change the way we experience life. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What's the secret to a happy life? What's the one thing I can do to start feeling more fulfilled and joyful each day? Well, I've got the answer for you, and it's simpler than you might expect. You see, the secret to a happy life starts with something that's always available to us but often overlooked: gratitude. But let me ask you this. How often do you stop to appreciate the things in your life? How often do you take a moment to feel thankful for what you have right here, right now? We live in a world where we're constantly moving, constantly rushing to get to the next big thing. And in this hustle, we sometimes forget to look around and acknowledge the small but beautiful things we already have. Think about this for a second. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and, before you even leave your bed, you think of one thing you're truly grateful for. Maybe it's the warmth of your blanket, the sound of birds outside your window, or the opportunity to start a brand new day. You hold on to that feeling for just a moment. You let it sink in, and suddenly everything feels a little brighter. Sounds powerful, right? But here's the thing. Gratitude isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about changing how we see the world around us. It's about shifting our focus from what we don't have to what we already possess. And that shift in mindset can completely transform your life. It might sound simple, but the truth is, gratitude is a secret weapon for happiness. So why does it work? Why does something as simple as gratitude have such a profound effect on our well-being? When we express gratitude, our brain releases feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These hormones help us feel happier, more positive, and more connected to the world. It's like giving your brain a little boost, a little reminder that life is full of good things, no matter how big or small. And here's the best part. Gratitude doesn't require anything fancy. You don't need a huge event or a special occasion to feel thankful. It's in the small moments, the cozy cup of tea in the morning, a thoughtful message from a friend, the smile of a stranger. These everyday things are the building blocks of gratitude. And when we take a moment to acknowledge them, we start to notice more and more things to be grateful for. It's a cycle that grows and grows, filling our lives with more joy and positivity. So if you're wondering where to start, here's my challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, before you even get out of bed, think of one thing you're thankful for. Hold that thought for just a few seconds and let that feeling of gratitude fill you up. And as you go through your day, keep an eye out for more moments to appreciate. I promise, once you start practicing gratitude, you'll start seeing the world in a whole new light. Are you ready to discover how something so simple can make such a big difference? Stay tuned, because in the next part, we'll dive into another powerful secret to living a happy life: kindness. As we dive deeper into the secrets of happiness, let's build upon what we discussed earlier about gratitude. When we take time to appreciate what we have, it shifts our mindset and opens our hearts. But there's another key that works hand in hand with gratitude to create lasting happiness: kindness. Kindness isn't just about being nice to others. It's a profound force that changes the way we experience life. When we act with kindness, we create positive energy that not only lifts others, but also lifts ourselves. You might be wondering, how can something as simple as being kind make a real difference in my life? Well, let's take a closer look. Think about the last time you did something kind for someone, a friend, a stranger, or even a family member. Maybe you held the door open, offered a compliment, or helped someone in need. How did you feel after that? Chances are you felt good, right? Kindness has this amazing ability to make both the giver and the receiver feel uplifted. But here's the interesting part. When you do something nice for someone, it actually triggers a positive reaction in your brain. Your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good hormone, which boosts your mood and creates a sense of fulfillment. What's even more amazing is that kindness has a ripple effect. When you show kindness to someone, they're likely to pass it on, whether it's through a kind word, a smile, or an act of generosity. This chain of positivity continues to spread, creating a web of happiness that touches everyone involved. And the more we practice kindness, the more this ripple effect grows, creating an environment where happiness thrives. But it's not just about the big acts of kindness. Small, everyday gestures can have just as much impact. A kind word to a colleague, a thoughtful message to a friend, or even just taking a moment to listen when someone needs to talk. These small acts can brighten someone's day and, in turn, brighten your own. And here's the best part. You don't have to wait for a big occasion to practice kindness. In fact, the more you make kindness a part of your daily routine, the more natural it becomes. The simple act of being kind, even in the smallest ways, becomes a habit that fills your life with positivity, and as a result, your happiness grows. Kindness and gratitude are deeply connected. When you practice gratitude, you begin to appreciate the people around you more, which naturally leads to acts of kindness. And as you share kindness, you create more opportunities to feel thankful for the relationships and connections that make your life richer. So as you move forward, try to think about the ways you can bring kindness into your daily life. Whether it's a small act or something bigger, know that every bit counts. And remember, the more kindness you give, the more happiness will come back to you. It's a beautiful cycle that never ends. In the next part, we'll explore another essential ingredient to living a happy life, finding purpose. Stay with me as we continue uncovering the powerful steps you can take to create a life full of joy and fulfillment. As we continue our journey toward a happier life, we've already discovered two powerful tools: gratitude and kindness. These simple practices create a positive foundation in our lives. But here's something that will truly elevate your happiness to a whole new level: finding purpose. Have you ever woken up feeling lost or uncertain about the day ahead? Maybe you've had those moments where you feel like you're just going through the motions, unsure of what it all means. These feelings are common, and they often arise when we feel disconnected from our deeper sense of purpose. Without a clear sense of purpose, life can feel empty or unfulfilled. Now, you might be wondering, what does it mean to have purpose? Simply put, purpose is the reason you get out of bed in the morning. It's the thing that drives you, motivates you, and makes you feel like your life is meaningful. It could be your career, your relationships, your passions, or a cause that's important to you. Purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It's about finding what brings you joy and fulfillment. Think about the people you admire the most. Chances are they're people who have a clear sense of purpose in their lives. Maybe they're passionate about their work, dedicated to their family, or committed to helping others. This sense of purpose gives them direction, focus, and motivation. And the great thing is, we can all find our own unique sense of purpose, no matter where we are in life. The beauty of purpose is that it not only gives us something to strive for, but it also enriches our everyday experience. When we live with purpose, every action feels more intentional. We feel more connected to the world around us, and our lives take on greater meaning. It's like a compass that guides us through life, helping us navigate challenges and stay true to what matters most. So how do you find your purpose? It starts with self-reflection. Ask yourself, what brings me joy? What am I passionate about? What do I want to contribute to the world? It's not always easy, but taking the time to explore these questions will lead you toward what truly matters to you. It might take time, and that's okay. Purpose isn't always something we discover overnight. It's a journey, not a destination. Once you've identified your purpose, the next step is to align your actions with it. This doesn't mean you need to make huge changes right away, but small steps toward living your purpose every day will bring a deep sense of fulfillment. Whether it's spending more time with loved ones, pursuing a career that excites you, or volunteering for a cause you care about, living with purpose gives you a reason to embrace each new day. And here's something important to remember. Your purpose doesn't need to look like anyone else's. It's personal and unique to you. So embrace your journey and know that living with purpose will naturally lead to greater happiness. As we move forward, the next part of our exploration will take us into the power of self-care, another essential piece of the happiness puzzle. But for now, take a moment to reflect on your own sense of purpose. What brings you joy? What makes you feel alive? Keep these questions in mind as you continue your journey toward a happier life. Now that we've explored the importance of gratitude, kindness, and finding purpose, it's time to turn our attention to something that often gets overlooked in the quest for happiness: self-care. You might be thinking, self-care sounds great, but I don't have time for it. Or maybe, I'm always putting others first. How can I take care of myself when there's so much to do? But here's the truth. Self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. In today's fast-paced world, we are constantly busy. We juggle work, relationships, responsibilities, and everything else that demands our attention. And in the middle of all that, it's easy to forget to take care of the most important person, yourself. Self-care isn't just about pampering yourself with a spa day or taking a nap, though those things can be nice. It's about creating habits and practices that nurture your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. It's about making sure that you are feeling your best so you can show up as your best self, not only for others, but for yourself too. When we neglect self-care, we often feel drained, overwhelmed, and disconnected. We can't give our best to others if we don't first take care of ourselves. It's like trying to pour from an empty cup. You simply can't do it. But when we make self-care a priority, we fill our own cup, which allows us to give more generously and fully. So, what does self-care actually look like? It's different for everyone, but it starts with a few key practices. 1. Rest and sleep. We all know that sleep is essential for our health, yet so many of us sacrifice it in favor of being productive. But sleep isn't a waste of time. It's crucial for our mental and physical well-being. Getting enough rest helps us recharge, think more clearly, and face the challenges of the day with energy. Make sure you're prioritizing sleep even when life gets busy. 2. Physical health. Taking care of your body is a fundamental part of self-care. Exercise, eating well, and staying hydrated aren't just good for your body, they're also good for your mind. Regular exercise releases endorphins, which are chemicals in the brain that make us feel good. A healthy body leads to a healthy mind, and that's essential for lasting happiness. 3. Mental and emotional health. Self-care isn't only about your body, it's about your mind and emotions too. Make time to relax, unwind, and do things that make you feel peaceful. Meditation, journaling, or even spending time with loved ones can help you clear your mind and reduce stress. It's important to check in with yourself and ask, how am I really feeling? And take steps to nurture your mental well-being. 4. Setting boundaries. Part of self-care is learning to say no when necessary. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial for maintaining your energy and emotional balance. It's okay to say no to things that drain you, to prioritize your needs, and to protect your time and space. Remember, saying no to others is not the same as saying no to yourself. 5. Doing what you love. Finally, self-care involves doing things that bring you joy. Whether it's pursuing a hobby, reading a book, spending time in nature, or simply relaxing with a cup of tea, make time for activities that recharge your spirit. These moments of joy are essential for maintaining a positive outlook on life. Self-care isn't about being selfish. It's about taking care of yourself so that you can show up fully in your life. It's about making sure that your needs are met so you have the energy and strength to face the world with a smile. As we continue to explore the path to happiness, the final piece of the puzzle is acceptance. How we treat ourselves and others and how we accept ourselves is the key to truly experiencing lasting peace and happiness. So, let's dive into that next and discover how acceptance can help you embrace the life you deserve. Now we've explored gratitude, kindness, purpose, and self-care, each one playing a vital role in shaping a life filled with happiness. But there's one final powerful piece of the happiness puzzle, and it's often the one we struggle with the most: acceptance. Acceptance is the art of embracing what is. It's about letting go of the need to control every aspect of life and instead trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. Acceptance is not about resigning yourself to things that are wrong or harmful, but about making peace with the things you cannot change and having the courage to move forward anyway. Think about it for a moment. How much energy do you spend fighting against what you cannot control? Whether it's worrying about the future, dwelling on past mistakes, or wishing for things to be different, this constant struggle often takes away from our happiness. We find ourselves stuck, unable to move forward because we're constantly resisting reality. But here's the truth. When we accept ourselves, others, and the present moment, we free ourselves. We no longer need to fight or strive endlessly to change everything. We learn to find peace in who we are, in where we are, and in the beauty of life, just as it is. Acceptance starts with self-acceptance. It's about recognizing your worth, even with your flaws and imperfections. We all have them. Nobody is perfect. But the key is not to see our flaws as weaknesses, but as part of what makes us uniquely human. When we accept ourselves fully, we stop judging and criticizing ourselves, and we open the door to self-compassion and peace. But acceptance isn't just about accepting ourselves. It's about accepting others as well. It's easy to want to change the people around us, especially when they don't act or think the way we want them to. But true happiness comes when we let go of the need to change others and instead embrace them as they are. When we accept others, we free ourselves from frustration and disappointment, and we open our hearts to connection and understanding. Finally, acceptance involves embracing the present moment. So often we find ourselves looking to the future or regretting the past, but true happiness can only be found in the here and now. When we stop longing for something different and accept the present as it is, we discover the richness of life in every moment. Happiness is not somewhere out there. It's right here, in the present, waiting for us to embrace it. As we come to the end of our journey, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've learned. Happiness isn't a destination. It's a journey. It's about practicing gratitude daily, spreading kindness wherever we go, finding and living with purpose, taking care of ourselves through self-care, and embracing acceptance of ourselves and the world around us. You have everything you need to create the life you want. All these tools are already within you, waiting for you to unlock their full potential. So take them, use them, and watch how your life transforms. The secret to a happy life is not about achieving perfection. It's about embracing life with an open heart, letting go of what no longer serves you, and choosing happiness in every moment. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. Remember, happiness is not a far-off dream. It's something you can create starting right now. So go ahead, take that first step and live your happiest life yet.